Ads for tutors don't work anymore if you run them the way 90% of tutors and marketing agencies do. If you ever spent $300, $500, or even $1,000 on meta ads and you didn't get any return on investment, you need to listen up. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly why all of those ads fail and the system that we use to turn ad spend into booked qualified calls. I'll prove it with real tutors who went from being certain that Facebook ads are dead to less than $20 leads, over 120 qualified calls in less than 30 days, 15K months off of 550 pounds of ad spend, and even 180K months. But first, I have a question for you. Can your video ad, yes, video, not image, without sound, tell me who it's for, why now, and what exactly they need to do next? If you cannot answer this question within 5 seconds, your ad will not perform and you're just gonna burn money on ad spend. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix that. And if you'd rather have this fully built out and ran for you, from offer positioning, meta ad setup, parent targeting creatives, tracking, CRM, and appointment setting, there's a link in the description of this video where you can book a call with my team and we're gonna map out exactly how we implement this for you. But for now, let's focus on fixing your ads. So here's exactly why your ads suck, aka you're getting expensive leads and they don't have any money or they're not qualified. First of all, you are unable to grab and retain attention. And then second, you cannot convert the attention once you have it. So to break this down, the biggest issue I see is that your hooks are bad. So why should you focus on hooks? Well, you only pay for the ad to be shown, meaning you don't pay for it to be watched. What do I mean? Like when you pay Facebook, the ad spend, right? The only thing that really does is make sure that the ad is shown to a person. And then it's up to the creative, the video or the image that you make to actually make sure that the person watches it and consumes it. Meaning that if you don't stop someone from scrolling, they will never actually see your ad. They might see a second of it, maybe 3 seconds, but if your hook is bad, they will never watch it all the way. And the second thing you do is because your hooks are bad and they don't target the correct people, you get wrong people to watch it. And what happens once wrong people are watching your ads? That means wrong people are converting. Wrong people are becoming leads. Wrong people are booking calls. And that's where you get bad unqualified leads or bad calls that just waste everybody's time. So what exactly are you doing wrong? Well, if your hooks sound something like this, we offer high quality tutoring services for all subjects. This sounds like every other generic tutoring company. And viewers will instantly tune out because you're generic, you're like everyone else. Or maybe you do something like this. If you're looking for help in high school, we can support you. Or are you looking for a math tutor? Again, this is too broad, this is too vague, and it doesn't trigger any emotion or specificity. People don't look for vague solutions. People look for solutions to the exact problem they have right now. Or maybe you have a hook like this. Hey, my name is, whatever your name is, and I'm the founder of my company. They just don't care. That's it. They do not care what your name is and they do not care what your company is called. Second reason is that your ad simply looks like an ad. Your ad looks like one of those infomercials that everybody sees on TV. And quite frankly, if you've ever watched TV, once the ads come up, you go to pee. You leave. You do not watch the ads, or you go on your phone and you go scroll TikTok or you go on Instagram. Nobody watches ads. So you need to make sure that your ads don't look like ads. And then lastly, your ads look extremely unprofessional. If your ads look anything like this, like look at this, like you have massive red bars at the top and at the bottom. You have text everywhere. You've got red, you've got yellow, and then you've got white as the background. This looks absolutely horrible. And you look like this. It's like you wouldn't put your ad or your message on a trash can, right? So why are you running ads that look like this? So once you actually have the attention, you then need to convert it, right? So what are you doing wrong when it comes to converting attention? Well, firstly, you have a bad offer. Your promise is bad. Nobody wants your promise. Let's take this for example. We help students improve their grades in subject. Okay, what grade? How much are they improving? What level? Like what kind of support? This is too vague. And everybody promises better grades. Or take this example, one-to-one tutoring tailored to your child's needs. Okay, what does my child need? What subject? What exam? What level? What grade? This doesn't mean anything. Like the phrase tailored to your needs is copy-paste from every other tutoring site. Everyone's doing this and it does not work. Or last one, affordable, flexible tutoring in all subjects. Well, first of all, why are you leading with the fact that you're affordable? Like, are you trying to make less profit? Don't start off saying that your prices are low, unless you have literally zero fulfillment costs. But most of you have a lot of fulfillment costs. In fact, most of you have 20 or 30% profit margins because most of it goes to the tutors. If you have tutors underneath you, that is. So don't lead with affordable first of all. This basically forces you to compete on price because the first thing that they see is affordable. And that's the thing they remember. Remember that the first impression is the most important, and the first impression they get is that you're cheap. So when you try and raise prices, when you actually try and make some profit, it doesn't work. This attracts bargain hunters, and it does not work. Social media presence. When somebody actually goes through your funnel, and let's say that you do all this wrong, you're still gonna get some leads, right? Some people are still gonna be interested. So let's say that they do become a lead. Let's say they check you out. In fact, when asking ChatGPT, roughly 30 to 50% of cold leads will tap through your Instagram profile. If the ad feels too good to be true, or it's high ticket, aka if your offer is actually good, then the number is closer to 50 to 70%. So on average, about 40 to 60% of people will check out your Instagram profile before they opt in, or before they book a call, or before they show up. So what are they checking out? They are seeing 137 followers. Last post was 3 years ago, and you have no TikTok and you have no YouTube profile. You look like a scammer. This is you. Like, would you trust this guy? Would you pay this guy 2 to 3K? I'll let you answer that. Lastly, you have no nurturing process. You get the attention, although it obviously doesn't work that well, but you still get some people. And then you try and convert these people, but there's nothing in between. You don't nurture them. You don't tell them, how does this work? What results have you gotten in the past? Why should someone even trust you? You don't tell them why they should show up to the call, and then you wonder why your show rate is bad. You do not tell them why you're different to everyone else, because surprise, surprise, there's a lot of tutors out there, and you need to differentiate yourself from everyone else. And they're not even sure if this is legit, because remember, your Instagram profile looks like this. Is this legit? I don't know, probably not. So here's exactly how to make your ads not suck, or at least suck a little less than they do right now. So step one, you need to get clarity on the target market. You need to know exactly who you're gonna go after, who you're gonna target. This just makes sure that everything else is extremely effective. You need to first make sure you know exactly who you're going after. What grade, what level, what exam. Once you've defined that, then you need a 3-step ad formula. You need action-driven ads, you need problem-solution ads, and you need credibility-driven ads. This is top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So, action-driven ads. This is basically your ability to create instant attention with the purpose of that attention later on resulting in an inquiry. Middle of funnel ads. This is you addressing a pain point that they have and speaking directly towards a specific audience, which again, you should have defined here. And this resulting in highly engaged qualified leads. And lastly, credibility-driven ads, authority-oriented sales assets that build status and trust with your target audience, which gives you instant credibility. This is kind of what the funnel should look like. So you get the attention, you nurture it, and then you convert it. Step two, how do you actually create these ads? So for the action-driven ads, it's pretty simple. You need to have the hook, the body, and the CTA. So here's exactly how you do it. So for the hook, you need to have the offer and the call out, right? You want to lead with desire. For example, we're looking for 5 students who desperately need an A or A star in their biology so that they can secure a spot in top programs like medicine or dentistry. For the body, you need to explain the process and you need to add some credibility. Show your process. First, we assess your child's current skill gaps. Then we personalize a weekly plan and check in with every 7 days with a live tutor. And unlike most tutoring programs that teach generic strategies that barely scratch the surface, and you should get where I'm going with this, just explain how you work and why your stuff actually works. And then we need a CTA. Now here it's crucial that you have one clear step. Don't make it vague, don't give 3 options, pick one. For example, click the link below, book a free strategy call. This is really simple, do not overcomplicate this, just tell them what to do. So, problem, solution, ads. Hook, body, CTA. The structure is the same. So for the hook, you need to call out a pain point. So here we actually lead with pain. And example, if you see your child is pouring their heart out into A-level biology studies, but no matter what they do, they're just not improving. Or most students don't fail A-level bio because they're lazy or dumb, but because they aren't effectively focusing their time on things that matter. Let me explain. In the body, again, it's just process of solving that pain plus credibility, very similar to what we have here. And then CTA, again, one clear step, don't make it vague, just tell them what to do. Lastly, credibility-driven ads. Here again, hook, body, CTA. So in the hook, you want to focus on the market and their desired state. For example, this is how Sam got an A star on his A-level biology in 12 weeks. Or interview, I scored an A star on my A-level bio in 12 weeks and I couldn't have done it without you. For the body, you want to explain the before state and the after state. So you need to make sure that they relate with the before state, right? It needs to speak directly to their current situation. And they need to trust that you're the right person to get them there. For example, before I joined the program, I was really struggling with X. I was losing confidence, I felt completely lost, but in the first 2 weeks, I already knew exactly what my weak points were and exactly what I need to do to improve. And I finally felt like I could do it again and it gave me so much confidence. And then again, CTA, tell them what to do. Very basic. So lastly, we do have editing. This is basically just making sure that your videos look professional. I don't want to waste too much time here. Hire an editor on Fiverr. Just use some common sense. Does this look good? Not really. Does this look better? Yeah, this looks kind of better and it looks more professional. So just hire an editor on Fiverr. Make sure that you get quality editing done and avoid using giant bars in your videos because they just look bad and they make it seem like it's an ad right away. And again, people don't like watching ads. So step 3, you need social omnipresence. You need to be seen absolutely anywhere and everywhere they look. This makes it so that you come across as a big, credible brand. If they see an ad, most people are not gonna click on it. Most people are not gonna become a lead. But if they see an ad, they're gonna remember you at the back of their head. And then they go scroll on Instagram and you're there. And then they go watch a YouTube video and you're there again. They go on TikTok, you're there. They go on Facebook, you're there. You get where I'm going with this. If you're everywhere, you seem a lot more credible and you seem like a way more established brand. So how do you do this? This is exactly how you indoctrinate your audience to make sure that your content does what it's supposed to. Now, I'm not gonna go too much into detail here because we do have a full video going exactly into like how to do organic content, but I am gonna give you the gist. You have 3 types of videos. One, you have reaction videos. So here, you're basically virality hijacking. You are reacting to another piece of content that has already gone viral and is relatable to your niche. So here, we're trying to go viral. Now, what virality, aka views, does is it gives you social proof and credibility. If you go on an Instagram page and they have hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of followers, they seem a lot more credible, they seem a lot more legit, and it overall just makes the brand stronger. So yeah, views are absolutely important. Second, teaching videos. So here is where you teach visually. You work through actual examples, problems, or frameworks right in front of the viewer, step by step with your thought process. So yeah, here we're actually just teaching them. Now, what happens when you teach someone? You are instantly placed above them and seen as the authority, especially if what you're teaching works, right? Because you can only be taught by someone that you see as above you. So you are positioning yourself as the authority here. And then we've got talking head videos. So here you talk to the camera. You are trying to address parents, by the way, and you're addressing their beliefs and pain points. These are mainly about shifting mindsets and moving prospects closer to buying. So again, addressing pain points and desire and using that to shift their beliefs. Now, the most practical example of shifting beliefs is just objection prevention. If you're getting a certain type of objection a lot and you see this popping up over and over again, just start mentioning it in your content. Start dealing with that at step 1, and then it's just not going to pop up anymore. So hopefully, if you do all of this correctly, you are going to get some calls booked. So this is step 4, post-booking nurture. You see, most people get a booked call and then they think that's it. And then you just expect the person to show up and to buy. Well, if someone has seen an image or like a 30-second video of you and you spark their curiosity, but that's it, and then they book a call, most of them are not going to show up because they're going to forget why they even booked a call. And even if they show up, they're not going to know what you do, how you're different, who you even are. They're not going to see you as the authority, meaning they're not going to buy. So immediately after they've booked the call, they need to be redirected to a thank you page. Now, this thank you page needs to contain pre-call homework. Now, what the hell is pre-call homework? Here you need to tell them exactly what they need to do before the time of the call comes. So what do they need to do? They need to confirm the call so that they actually show up, right? They need to put it into their Google Calendar so that Google reminds them for you. They need to go through resources. If they have not, they need to watch some content. Again, thank you page needs to redirect them to the content. They need to consume. They need to see more of you explaining how you work, why you're different, and they need to be sold more. You don't want to do the selling on the call. You want to do as much of the selling before they even show up. Second thing that needs to happen when they book a call, your retargeting ads need to activate. Now, you probably don't have retargeting ads, but just to give you a very simple framework, the best kind of retargeting ads and the most simplest is just testimonials. Just have testimonials that trigger when someone books a call and then have that shown to people. Because again, you need to build that credibility and trust before they show up. And only if you do all of this do they then show up and they're actually ready to buy. But the last thing I want you to understand is that ads, like everything else, are a learning curve. Now, although this system is proven and we use it with literally every single client, when you adapt it, you probably won't do everything to the T because you're just starting out. So the most important thing I want to give you is consistency, because the only way that you fail is if you give up. So just keep trying, keep experimenting, new creatives, new funnels, new videos. Just make sure you keep on doing it, and eventually you're gonna see the cost per leads go down, you're gonna see more qualified people come in, and it's gonna start bringing in money. But if you don't wanna go through all of that trial and error and lose money on ad spend, you can also book a call down below with my team, and we'll go over exactly how we'd implement all of this done for you.